Greetings, my fellow disciples of Wendy. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech, The First Wendigo, episode 51. Shoot me, don't care. So she has 2 days left, death resting. Was there marble as a natural material on this map tile? Granite and slate. Okay, so there's no marble. So I have a very finite amount of marble and probably won't be able to expand my throne room with marble. Because the issue with becoming a countess is this throne room is going to need an impressiveness of 160, which is just a lot more. I'm right now at 140, and there's not much I can do to, like, move the needle, other than to make the room much more spacious. That would be probably the only thing that would be easy for Wendy to do. And then it's also going to require a piano, and I don't have piano research, but that's not a problem, because I can get that once Wendy's not death resting. Drapes and columns add a little bit of beauty, but they also remove room from the room. That's a weird, but they remove the total area of the room down, so it usually balances out to a point where it's not worth doing. What about trying for a Masterwork Throne? That's far more gold than I have available to me. If I had an inspiration with Wendy, a creative inspiration for construction, that would be something to consider, but she was a level 16 or 17 when she made that throne, and it came out normal. And to make another throne costs 75 gold, and currently I have 70 gold, so it's not really affordable. I do have one node of gold down here that I could mine, but that's basically using all of my remaining gold to make a throne that probably won't move the needle very much. I mean, one thing I could do is to try for art made of, like, silver or something, but that's probably not a great idea either, because I don't have a good artist. Same with, like, silver and jade doors and columns are really expensive, so you only do that when you have an abundance. How is your health? 31 and 22. They're looking fine. Is there anyone I could gene extract? I don't think so. I think Squint's on a 12-day. Oh, you. Packist. Are any of my prisoners decent artists? So here's the issue is slaves don't do art. They're incapable. They're not allowed. And none of the prisoners in here, other than Double D, would ever become a colonist. Because the only colonists that are allowed in the colony are ones I grow myself. So there's no possibility of me having an artist out of nowhere. So if I manage to buy great art or strong art as a gene bank, yeah, I could make an artist out of nothing. But there's basically a 0% chance that it happens. Now, there is something to be said. If I got, like, strong artist, which is only +4 art, that strong artist gene implanted into someone gives them a minor passion to art, which then, if I had an art trainer, multiplies the art trainer significantly. So instead of gaining a tiny bit of art skill using a trainer, I gain a lot more. So I could have an artist, but I would have to basically genetically engineer them. But there's not going to be any scenario where I can enslave an artist, because... Oh, he's saying you're trying to escape, and you grabbed an LMG. Oh, you fool. Little do you know, LMGs aren't useful. So how do I want to put this down? I want to do the least damage to him, because he is my genie crafter. So, like, bashing his brains out is probably not great. So what I'm going to do is try to use my lifter bots to be a little bit more gentle, because the lifter bots are going to be way more gentle than mass shooting him in the face. Here, go out and around. Oh, we're already done. You broke Slow Wayne's leg, but he broke your spirit. One of the reasons he's trying to escape is these guns need to be moved. So maybe I'll do high priority hauling to avoid that situation. because I have room for guns, but I just haven't hauled them over. And you get to lay there. I couldn't care less. Enjoy your stay on the concrete hallway. As long as you're not starving. Ah, you're fine. Don't be a baby. So, death rest, 1.3 more days. I wanted Packist put in the extractor. Oh, Double D, were you, or Mass, were you working on something that was important? No, not really. Having your escape foiled by a Roomba's got a sting? Yeah, probably. It's never happened to me, but I can imagine it's probably rough to lose to a cleaning robot. I like how the tooltip was like, this likely happened because the suppression was low. It's like, yep, nope, that's not the case. So to speed up the weapon putting away process, I think what I'm going to do is twofold. I'm going to caravan the weapons over, and then I'm also going to remove all weapons from even being allowed in this stockpile in the first place. Because that certainly doesn't help. I can't put thrumbo horns in here. All right, let me fix that. Thrumbo horn and also elephant tusk. I don't think we're going to get any elephant tusks on this map tile. It'd be very, very unusual. But never say never. So LMG there, and then Thrumbo Horn. I don't know. I don't think Tox Packs cause it, so I'll double check. And I know that EMP launchers don't, even though they can actually, in a lot of situations, be very useful for slaves to use, especially if you have genetically or bionically enhanced colonists, because anyone with a brain implant that gets hit by EMP gets unconscious very quickly. Radwife and Radling, I think is what you meant to say, are doing pretty well in this season. Thank you for asking. So, Mike, let's take a look at your slave suppression. Yes, it is not reading... No, weapon proximity, 25%. So there is still a weapon in here somewhere. And it's not... Is it the LMG or the... Let me see if it's the EMP launcher. No, it wasn't the EMP launcher. I wish you could click it and it would tell you. Maybe it's the beer. I have seen beer to be the problem in the past, as stupid as it sounds, but technically you can use the beer bottle as a weapon, right? You can equip it as a weapon. I don't think it's the mortar, because that's not like a weapon that you can wield. It's probably the beer. So I might want to put the beer in the throne room or something. Yeah, 1.1 years, because I don't see anything else other than maybe the Tox Packs. So let me go off of the could it be the beer. So I'll put a little shelf away for the beer. I thought they had fixed that bug though, but I could be wrong. So, you guys, 3 days and not tended to. Uh-oh, those numbers are climbing to a percentage I don't much care for. That's because I set Hull as 1 and we don't have doctors anymore. He's saying, come on over and let's tend. $16 hours of death resting. And Soups is 14. Aggressive, wake up impervious, and poor cooking. It's an interesting triple combination. One to be sold for sure. Rurif Dirt Mole can be gene extracted. So let's go ahead and do that. And here comes the Imperial Trader that I'm absolutely not going to be able to trade with because I called him in and then death rested immediately, which is dumb. So, GG me. For being stupid. Can you make gene packs not from extracting? No. You can make xenogerms from assembling them, or gene packs from extraction, but those are the or to buy gene packs, or to get them in quests, but you can't make them from scratch. So you can't be like, you know what gene I want? I want dark vision, and just like make it out of nothing. Not at least without mods. Is it going to be a problem that I can't trade with you? Let's see. Elongated fingers and fat body. Gray eyes, unisex beards. Sensitizer. No, I guess I really don't care. This is definitely a trade caravan I'm not going to miss too much. The elongated fingers would be nice to have for my slaves, to make them more higher manipulation, to be more efficient at doing stuff. But T-Sang's already a genie, so it wouldn't really matter for T-Sang. What would Wendy's favorite flower be? A corpse flower, obviously. Come on. How is that even a question? Titan Arum. Man, Titan Arum. 100%. That flower eats sheep. A flower that eats sheep. I think, right? Titan Arum. What? How about this? What flower eats sheep? Oh, no, it's a different flower. Puya chilensis. That's her favorite flower. I changed my mind. Bye. Thank you for showing up, at least. There's a type of flower that is really spiny and will ensnare woolly sheep. And then the sheep decay because they starve and die because they can't get away from the flower. The flower's big, really big. And then the flower basically lives off of the sheep corpse. So that would be Wendy's favorite flower. One that eats a really large mammal. Because that's impressive. Speaking of 55. What do you... Alright, Wendy's very proud of you for upstarting a child army. Because you're asking for 55 kid helmets. But let me run the math on whether or not we can help war profiteer off of helmets for children. So kid helmet costs 20 steel or 20 metal material. So that means it would be 1,100 of my steel. It's viable. I have the material technically. So yeah, let's have you guys vote. Do I make 55 kid helmets 1100 steel for trade quest? Yes or no? How long does it have? 6.5 days? All right, let me put this on a slightly shorter timer. And then also, given the amount of steel that is potentially going to be used in this, I will continue the mining tunnels here. So orange chaos, you're going to be sent to behind the walls. And then you're going to be sent to work group. And go mine. Wendy's out in 7 hours. That's good. It's too bad the sheet didn't overlap with the caravan. And then these guys are leaving. The prisoners that have blood rot are leaving in about 2.5 days. And I'll have to keep a close eye on them because I let their blood rot get a little high. And they've been tended by crummy doctors, so that's not good for blood rot either. I want to just ignore all the crisis of belief of my prisoners. It's like, I don't care. They're not even people to me. They're just egg donors and gene donors. Quit bugging me with that garbage. Oh, you're starving? Okay, I'll feed you in this case. Because, you know, dirt moles are important or whatever. Wait, why haven't I taken your hyperweave parka off? It's too bad I can't strip. You know what? I'll strip you now. You don't need a parka. Or a tox pack. But hey, Brito! What memo did you not understand? Back to being naked. You know, is there a gene to make people nudist? Because that would make prison wardening really, really efficient. Just like make them naked, keep them happy, and they'll never have armor to be able to resist you when you want to punch them in the face. Uh-oh. Yeah, blood rot extreme. So T-Sing, I think you're the best doctor. And I think this time, because I let it run up a bit, the next tendings for all blood rot victims are going to be with medicine. And yes, kid helmets. So what reward for the kid helmets? Have you guys vote? So it is 3 skill trainers, which is craft, social, mine. Is that right? Yes. Armor skin, tough skin, gold. Or insanity, lance, marine armor, and plasteel. Or persona, core, and uranium. Alright, T, you're gonna be a busy dude. You are a baseliner with no genes, so I can't extract you. Lucky you. Oh, more steel. Perfect. That's what I was looking for. And Wendy can wake up, so let's do that. She's going to get a little psi focus, and then haulers. Going to be allowed there. Oh, perfect timing, though. Mechs to the fight zone, including Orange Chaos. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. This is work, but you're group 1. Everyone else behind the walls. That looks to be about 15. Slowwayne might be a little bit out of position, and this looks to be about 15. So I'm guessing it's about 30, 35 enemies that are coming. And I believe that there's no wall blockers between them and my entryway, except for the entryway is broken right now. So Wendy, who is closest to this area? Mass, Haul the slate blocks. Wendy, start building this. I thought, given that the events that happened, I would have more time to prepare for next fight, but clearly that's not the case. So the mechs are moving into position, and we've got... Oh, they have triple launcher. Oh, that's gross. And another triple launcher. Okay, Wendy, let's call in cost 4 honor, and I'm currently at 17. Yeah, I'm going to call them in anyway. And then I'm also going to try to berserk as many as I can to make it easier. All right, you guys want me to do it for a craft, social, and mind skill trainer. Basically, option number 1. I'm going to wait on this, on the trade quest as long as I can, so that I have the most amount of time to craft the necessities. Because it's going to take a minute. So these guys are going to bait out the triple launcher, I think. And then we're going to try to have Mike or someone else build it. Did they launch triple? Yeah, they launched the triple. No, LMGs. Oh, here it goes. Shot their own. Works for me. Slow Wayne, unfortunately, just got destroyed, but that's no surprise. Oh, that's not good. They triple launched Slow Wayne, who was right next to our wall, and ended up blowing a hole in our wall, which is now going to be the vulnerable spot in this base. I should have been more careful. I figured Slow Wayne was going to die, but I should have been more careful about where exactly Slow Wayne was, because he died in... or was destroyed in a spot that is really inconvenient for me. So let's not worry about that right now. We have greater things to worry about. Rexy, it's actually probably pretty useful for Rexy to be baiting out all these tox launchers. So that works for me. Because most of these guys just have tox bombs, which is not going to do anything to Wendy. So what Wendy needs to do is she needs to target the ones with actual physical guns and berserk them against their compatriots. Alright, so Glitterworld people are fleeing. They put up a decent fight. And then those that are coming in here are just going to face the turrets, and because turrets don't get hurt by tox bomb launchings, that works pretty well. All right, Mr. LMG. Here's you. Because yeah, I'm getting hypothermic, but I'm not getting any damage from these tox bomb launchers at all. Because they're just not a weapon that is effective against her as a vampire. So the only people that I really need to worry about is Teddy and Dan and Wang. Yeah, that would be it. So berserking them to make sure that they don't help is the name of the game. I'm going to remove this area from behind the walls because I don't want the bots to get broken more than they already get broken. Hey, I'm behind you. Now, Mass doesn't have the same immunity that the Wendy does, so I need to be more mindful about the Tox Bomb launchers used against Mass. But for Wendy, it's as you can see, it's a big joke. She's just standing in it and going, "Come on, man. This is... You're like using a water gun against a aquatic monster." So Wang is shooting at me. Let me get the berserks back down. I don't want to take bullets. Who's setting things on fire? Oh, that's Pobel. Yeah, it's fine. Set them on fire. So we're down, and one more jump. I'm a little low on hemogen, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. Whoa, that's a lot of flake. You guys have a bit of a problem. What weapon? No weapon, okay. So the first people come into the kill box, I can game the system and turn off the turrets and have them come even closer. That's kind of annoying. Every now and then, the Scorcher is going to have a unattended side effect like that. But I don't think it's going to happen enough that it's going to be a problem not to use one. But she'll stop fleeing in a second here. She's only getting a few punches. Because I had berserked Wang and they're fighting one another. Come on. Okay, you've been fleeing fire for kind of a long time now. Cut it out. So, Mass... Mechs. Set new work group. Alright, she's no longer fleeing, that's good. Quit punching me. Here, let me just jump away and so I can kill the puncher. Kish went down, probably because he was hovering around the kill box. Yeah, he was. I don't think I'm actually going to even revive him, but we'll see. And then Mass got gassed down. So I'm going to go help Mass. Alright, the rest of the mechs here are free to fire, except for Pobel. Pobel, I'm going to have you go to the recharge zone, because you've been more annoying than you've been... Hey, what happened to the... Did I click Mike? I guess I clicked Mike, and not Mass. Here. You pull Mass away. Wendy will continue shooting, because she's immune to this. Alright, so the first group is fleeing. You can drop Mass there. Mass is safe now, and the toxic buildup should be going back down, as it's no longer present. Some of the enemies are starting to finally come in, so I'm going to want to circle back down this way. But I can just have, like, Pobel sit there and tank the Tox launchers, because why not? So this is a pretty good case for double walling, I suppose. Because explosions don't penetrate ever. And everybody else coming from the north all have gas-based weapons, so they're not really of much concern. How'd you go down? Oh, they punched you or whatever? It's funny. Yeah, how about I take a little wake up? Performance enhancing drug, just deliver to me? Oh, wake up addiction. That's nasty. Well, I'll just have to kill extra people so I can withdraw comfortably. Alright, and that's all of them. They're all fleeing now. So let's turn off these turrets so they aren't wasting their shots. Mechs can go back to recharge. And also group 1. Undraft. Wendy self-tend. We do have some walls to rebuild. And then a lot of corpses that I could organ harvest from. So as soon as I have things handled well, I'll analyze to make sure that all of the enemies that are that have very tasty corpses get captured by me, or bionics for that matter. Because like Johnson has a power claw, one of them had a gastroanalyzer, bionic ear, so on and so forth. So I'll see what there is available. But first things first, Wendy wants to patch. So Luxembourg, you're the closest. And you have a knee spike. I don't really care about a knee spike. You're also missing a lung, so you're pretty low on the priority. I don't need wasters as far as like genetics go, so I don't really care about waster egg donors. So that's not what I'm really looking for at this moment. So this one has all organs intact. I could organ harvest to death. Same with this one. So I might... Well, we'll see. Does being a death rest count as time passing for addictions? I don't think so. But it's also rather moot because she only just got addicted, so her addiction severity is not very high. So I'm drinking their blood so that I can patch them up. So Pan's patched. Drink Dark's blood. Probably drink Luxembourg to death. And this is so that I can harvest their organs and make money from it. However the enemies are trying to break out, I'll just repair it. I don't really care. I don't have time to fuss with that. It's too bad that my killed a person is maxed out because I can't benefit from it anymore. So you are capturable. You are about to be capturable. 0.7 hours. And my plan is just to organ harvest, as I said, for money, so that I can call an imperial trader and just buy whatever I want, like tech prints or steel or whatever. What about you, Giggles? 8 hours, all lungs intact. And poison, toxic buildup is starting to go down. But mass is probably going to need a little help. The T-Sang rescue. Oh, we just harvested great mining off of Rurift. That's a really nice one to have. So we can turn any slave that we want into a much better miner. In fact, it's not unfeasible to create yet another Mahai Goku gene to add great mining to it, because that will raise his mining from 10 to 18, which is nice. So that's 3 captured, and that's probably... Oh no, there's another one down here. You're dead in 2 hours. I'm probably not going to be able to get to you. See if smoke collapses, and then there's Slaughter out here. Slaughter, you're also a waster. If there were not wasters, if there were like dirt moles, I'd hustle. You are a waster. You're dead. And then you two are a waster. Okay. Oh wait, I ran out of beds? Overcrowded prisons. It's kind of name of the game. Well, I guess that's all the room I have. So let's start extracting the ones that I just captured, like Pan. And then I'm going to want to unrestrict my colonists so that I can start rebuilding the walls that got broke. And also task T-Sang with making all those helmets. You are a Neanderthal. You're male, though. I don't really care. So, Mass, how are you doing? 85. T-Sang, could you feed Mass? Thank you. There's a lot of mechs to be revived and repaired. I'll get around to that in a minute. I just want perimeter security as the top priority. Don't even know why I have that stockpile anymore. There used to be a door there, but obviously there's not. So that solves the north. I've fixed the east. Well, at least one door to the east. And then the only other place would be here, which is pretty easy to get to. Cool. Quick recovery. I was definitely lucky that they were just a bunch of tox bombers. Made it very easy for Wendy to just shrug and completely ignore their barrages. And I am going to want to feast on my prisoners because I have very low hemogen, and she's going to start feeling it in a minute. So, let's feast. Squint. Double D. Tiffy. Rurift. And Riggs. I'm going to tend to Rurig. Let's use Herbal and McDonald and Tiffy as well. Make sure that because they have blood rot and they're part of quests, that they stay alive. So you reached extreme levels. I'm glad I just intervened, and I'm sure you extreme, yeah. That might be the last tending, though, because they're only here for 1.4 more days. So, that's good. Wee bit of a silver lining there. As far as mechs go, Wendy did not lose any mechs, so it was Mass that lost mechs. Mass won't be able to put the mechs back together until the tox buildup reduces. So that's going to take a minute, because that tox buildup was really bad. T-Sang, you are waiting to be tended, so I'm going to tend T-Sang only for T-Sang to start making those kill helmets. And I haven't accepted the kid helmet quest yet, because I want to get as many as I can get beforehand. So I'm going to reduce the priority hauls. And Wendy, let's haul the beer to see if that reduces the slave rebellion. Because I think that was the problem. I'm not certain, but I think. Bulk goods. There was 60 flake that was out there that I could haul in and sell. It's too bad I don't have a doctor to put that psychic reader in me. Because the psychic reader would be really nice to get even better trade price improvements. Soon. I'll have that soon. I'm going to cop for buying the gold from this bulk goods trader, because I don't really have a source of gold here on the home tile. That also potentially opens up the opportunity to make attempt for another throne. That's an okay amount of trimine. Yeah. All right, let's get that. Where was that flake? There was a giant pile of flake I saw, right? Or maybe it got blown up. No, here it is. So Pan, next up will be Giggles. And then Pan, before that infection kills you, I want a kidney, a lung, a heart. Yeah, extra silver. I like it. It's too bad they're not selling jade. I could really use jade right now. Don't bother feeding him. He's just a corpse. I don't care. Whatever. It's just a corpse. Rip. So 1 gene scan, 3 organs. One problem I'm gonna have here is... Oh no, you did get fed. I don't know who fed you. I was gonna say one problem that I'm gonna have here is, oh, mass is finally up. I take that back. I was gonna say, I don't really have anyone to be able to do the prisoner tending, because mass was down, but mass is back up, so it's not a problem. So Mass, you have some mechs to be able to resurrect. Let's have you work on that first, now that you're conscious. Definitely want to put this back together. And there's still some perimeter stuff that needs repair and the like. But we're on our way to recovery. Ew. Wow. That's broken. That's not good. So here comes... Who's in there? I don't even know. That looks like Slowane, maybe? No, Daka Boy. And then Mass has some other bots that broke. So there's Slowane that broke. And then Kish, who died here. Wendy, you should not be farming. We have a robot for that. So, before I get attacked by next raid, let me make sure that my combat bots are repaired. Kind of important. And also call in a trade caravan. Oh, bad temperature. Okay, well, that will have to wait. But call in a trade caravan so that as soon as they are able to join, I can sell those organs. Or, alternatively, I could actually ship the organs to... ship the organs out to the tribals to make friends with the tribals. The Covenant of Amdas. There's actually no reason not to re-ally Inalor if I want, so that I can profit off of trade opportunities from them as well. I'm not saying definitely I will do that, but it's just a possibility. Also, okay, now that Orange Chaos is up, let's have you go behind the walls and join work group and get you mining again, because with 1,000 steel or 1,100 steel being dedicated towards the children helmets, I'm going to need some more. Ah, we extracted super immunity. So giggles, kidney, lung, heart. Oh, you're voluntarily moving to the operation room. Or table or whatever. Good for you. What an upstart. Good feeding her. No. Food isn't vital when you're about to die. Alright, and then the last one is Scares, I think. Put you through an extraction cycle. Riggs and McDonald are going to live. So, in 14 hours, they get credit for their survival. Which is the good stuff. T-Sing has made 6 of the 55 helmets. And I can hit him with a work drive once he's awake. Soups can be popped out of the vat pretty soon. Do I need prisoners to rip from mech cores? I have some. I've been keeping Squint and Packist for that purpose. But actually, with that in mind, it wouldn't be a terrible idea for Scares to be treated the same way. You're right. So I'll keep Scares around. So that I can gene rip them for high cores. Thank you, Mass. That was very kind of you. You starved yourself for that. And Wendy, let's hit T-Sang with a work drive. Boom, look at these helmets. Oh, no. Randy, seriously? You want me to have children soldiers? And you're like, oh, well, I was lying. Freaking Randy. Thank you for tuning in to The First Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 22nd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year. Farewell, my fellow Wendigos.